Hello, football fans. Welcome and thank you for tuning into the Fantasy Football Network. Mayhem has been unleashed in SuperAsianMan's Fantasy Football League, and we have the latest news from Week 2 right here. What a start to the season for Potato Energy, who scored the highest point total of the week with 140.32 points, remains undefeated, and takes the number 1 seed after the second week. This is even more impressive, or terrifying depending how you look at it, considering this is Potato Energy's manager's first time ever participating in fantasy football. Whether your knees are shaking from excitement or fear, everyone is keeping their eyes on this reporter's choice to win it all this year. Anyways, where were we? But don't forget, 2 more teams also remain undefeated after week 2. Bitch Ass Team and Poppy Boots Team are also fighting to prove they are worthy to take home the championship trophy. Injuries continue to decimate the league, but the biggest blow comes to Shob's Moose Knuckles, who loses their first pick, Nick Chubb, to a season-ending knee injury. We're all praying that Nick Chubb will have a safe and speedy recovery, but his loss leaves Shob's Moose Knuckles in a tough spot. Losing their star player and being in last place is a rough start to the 2023 season. We'll see if the evil mastermind will be able to concoct a new plan and strategy to try and win it all. And speaking of losses, talk about heartbreaking for Matthew's quality team. Who's in charge of these pictures? Whatever. Who lost by a mere 1.44 points to Poppy Lalo Team. More devastating when you take a look at Matthew's quality team's bench, where he left 48.6 points between George Pickens and Brian Robinson to start Travis Etienne Jr. and Jahad Dotson, who combined scored a measly 8.9 points. Poor management is set to be the death of great teams and talent. Here's to seeing whether Matthew's quality team's manager will learn from his mistakes. Speaking about poor management, throwing a Hail Mary had established a dynasty going into the 2023 season with a 67.16% win rate over the past 5 years. The crazy onslaught of the Horde seems to have come to an end with back-to-back losses from both the Convicts and Why is the Win Always Gone? Is this just a minor setback, or will the Horde rally and take back what is theirs? Running backs have been subject to constant injury this season, and many are scoring way below projections, especially looking at Papo Lalo team's Dalvin Cook, who scored a negative 0.3 points on Sunday and is averaging only 3.55 points a game. What an absolute dud of a draft pick. Yeah, got nothing to say this time? That's right. And looking ahead to week 3, I gotta say, there are some key matchups happening that may determine the regular season's final standings. The biggest being Poppy Boots Team going against Potato Energy. The biggest thing to note for this matchup is Poppy Boots Team will be without their star running back, Saquon Barkley. It's time for Poppy Boots manager, Carlos Gonzalez, to prove himself that he's not a one-trick pony and can win without the core of his offense. But with that said, I'm going to have to say that Potato Energy are my lock of the week to win this weekend. With animosities continue to grow, there's still plenty of football to be played. 12 more games of rumbling, tumbling football, and we all can't help but wonder what will become of the top and bottom seeds. This is the Fantasy Football Network, the best place to get your fantasy football weekly updates. I'm John Super Asian Man Park, signing off to save the world. Good night.